Welcome back, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, to the super not funny show reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing from Amazon Prime The Boys Diabolical, the new animated anthology series directly related to The Boys. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Lottie, we talked about this on the Supercast. The Diabolical anthology series, animated, and had a lot of cool names attached to it, and a lot of what we saw from the trailer, a lot of different animation styles. So I don't know about you, I was super pumped for this. I feel like you were too, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's
Oh yeah.
yeah, they when you know what time it was when they had a baby with laser eyes eviscerating people, and that's actually the very first episode of this. So there's 8 episodes. They dropped every single one of them, and this is a really fast watch. Actually, it's only about 2 hours worth of footage, maybe less than that because it's including credits. Each one's about 14 to 15 minutes long. And just like I said, a mix of creators that are going, a mix of famous people, a mix of animation studios. And overall, I think it worked. I had a hell of a lot of fun with this show.
Yeah.
Lottie?
Yeah. Well, like that first episode, I really like. I was expecting like it to be funny,
Yeah.
but it to be adorable at the same time. Because let's just be honest, not everybody that works at VOD is a piece of shit. So
Right.
you
Well,
know,
yeah, it's that episode. The first episode called Laser Baby's Day Out. And it is a straight up homage to like Looney Tunes and
tunes.
the
Yeah.
House Schlesinger and all of that droopy, all of those old school cartoons. And there's no dialogue in the entire episode. And it's about a baby that sort of gets loose, and her, I guess you want to call it, handler that wants to save her from being liquidated. And it is adorable and also terrifyingly awful. And not awful in the sense of being bad, because it's very fun to watch, but awful in the sense of, if this was not animated, it would be one of the most horrifying things you've ever seen on TV. Just an absolute gore fest.
Oh
Um,
my
but
god.
I love the homages to, like, the sight gags and all of the noises and stuff. It was like watching Tiny Toons or
Yep.
Animaniacs or something. Just it was I love that show. What a great start to it. The second episode was called An Animated Short Where Pissed Off Soups Kill Their Parents. And this is about something that we sort of, I think they hinted at before, but we never actually saw. And that is what happens to the babies that get stupid powers. And this is a very X-Men thing. In the X-Men universe, before Wanda snapped a lot of people away, from their powers, there was a lot of mutants with dumbass powers, but that did nothing. And this is about a group of teenage or 20 something soups whose parents abandoned them because they had shitty powers, and how they go on a murder revenge spree. And I really like this. This is from the makers of one of the makers of was it Solar Opposites and Rick and Morty. So
Yeah,
uh,
definitely can see the animation.
yeah.
And yeah, but this one, like if you think the last one was horrible, ooh, especially at the end. Like that was almost at the point of nightmare
Yeah,
fuel because of the simple fact the dude is narrating it and we're
right.
hearing what he's doing.
That was
Oh,
beautiful. I love that, and I love that there's a character that we may, I think, see again. The next one, number 3, was I'm Your Pusher, and it was straight from the page. It is almost literally a direct translation from the pages of The Boys. And it was pretty awesome. They had Jason Isaacs played Butcher in this, and you had Simon Pegg as Huey. And again, like, this is a theme for this show: awful eviscerations and just kind of terrible, the terrible consequences of what is it, Compound V, and just seeing a hopped up, dope filled soup that just goes at Mach 5 into somebody. It's just It was just
Oh
I just said I just like, oh shit, that's what I said. I was like, oh my god, that was horrific. It's like
yes,
watching it was like watching Invincible and thinking, you know what, Invincible, they took it a little easy here,
yeah.
compared to
It's
that.
just because the whole time I'm just like, don't crash into a bunch of those people. Don't crash into all those people.
Yeah,
It was good to see the young, like an animated version of some of the younger character of the characters when they were younger in the
right.
show. You know
Oh
what I
man,
mean?
it,
And it's just God, it's just I just like you said, the whole time I'm just going like, please God, don't let him crash into a bunch of people. But then he
yeah,
oh
yeah. And I think that the Vox Machina people animated this episode. I do
oh
believe
yeah,
so.
I
It
believe it.
looked like it.
Yeah, it does.
Next episode was Boyd in 3D, and this was just kind of a love story between two people who took a Compound V related product that let them look like whatever they wanted. And so you had a guy that looked like Homelander and a girl that was a cat girl, and their whirlwind romance and how it all, kind of went to shit. And there's a twist at the end, like worthy of M. Night Shyamalan. But it's mostly just like showing how superpowers make people awful people. Which, if you're watching The Boys, did you need to be told that? Because everyone with superpowers except Starlight seems to be trash. So, the next
Yeah.
one, it's called BFFs, but I call it Anime Turd Girl because
Oh
what
my
the
god.
actual fuck? Every time this, by the way, Aquafina wrote this. What is
I
that
wa-
woman thinking?
My
Oh
God,
my!
I'm just saying, that's what I think.
I
Who
cannot believe this.
fucking wrote this?
It's an anime style, like literally anime style, up and down, very much so. And it's about a girl who drinks some Compound V and gets the power to animate a turd. It's like if like that episode of South Park where Mr. Hanky, but like turned up to 1,000,000. And holy shit, I'm not even gonna say anymore. It's the deep is in it, and there's a bunch of turds in it. It's ridiculous. It's the most what the fuck moment in this show, and we've seen some pretty fucked up stuff up to that point. The next episode was Nubian versus Nubian, which, hey, you know what? Uh, they show superheroes as a married couple and how playing the game, which is pretty much what we know VOD is doing, is playing the game of superheroes, how it drives them apart, and then they have their cute little girl that tries to bring them back together, and how messed up even she is to blackmail a guy into basically getting beat to death to bring her parents back together.
Yep.
It was really great. That was Aisha Tyler wrote that, and Don Cheadle played the Nubian, Prince Nubian. I really really liked that one. What about you?
Oh man, it's so. It was funny how the whole time they both had fake African accents.
Yeah, like where she
They
said,
both-
"It's a girl. I'm from Bakersfield."
and then it's just the only time they even like each other when they both see each other being aggressive, and they just like especially towards the end, the daughter was like, oh okay, they're gonna be happy together, and they basically just fucked the whole
Yeah,
night, and she's like, oh my God, you know what, I'm
yeah.
tired of this. I'm done
Divorce.
with
I'm
this
done with this shit.
divorce.
Yeah, it was fun. That was fun stuff. Uh, the seventh episode, John and Soon Hee, which
Oh
was the this was not funny. This was not a funny episode, which is
no.
funny because it was written by Andy Samberg. Who knew? This is actually a very touching story about an old man trying to save his wife from inoperable pancreatic cancer with Compound V, which of course is a dumbass idea, and it turned into she gets superpowers, but so does the cancer,
That's
and
fucking crazy.
yeah, it was. I think this was a beautiful episode.
Oh yeah.
Like out of all of that, this is the one that I feel like took a break from trying to be over the top and ridiculous and actually tried to tell a good human story. And I loved it. I really really liked it. And
Yeah, I always knew. I kind of knew like the only way they're going to be able to stop that thing, she's going to basically have to absorb the cancer
yeah.
again and
And
die.
again, this is and the Asian influence, the Korean, because Korean manhwa and and Japanese manga are very very similar, and kind of
Yeah,
the way she goes out, it's very much of that culture, and I dug it. I thought that was a great episode.
yeah,
Uh,
I loved it.
the final episode, 1+1=2, and we get to see Homelander in his first outing as an official superhero with Vought. And
Spoiler alert.
it don't end well. Let's
Exactly.
you guys, you remember y'all saw that airplane part in The Boys? Well, you know what?
Imagine that. But Homelander actually tries to help, but instead of thinking rationally, he does everything a dumbass would do.
Yeah, except dumbass with all the power. He was like the former president of the United States, just like all the power and not enough brains to make it work. But oh gosh, jeez, you see the start of things and how he's already fucked up from the beginning. So I love seeing that bit of Homelander. But I will tell you, out of all 8, my least favorite of those. All the other ones had something new and cool and interesting, and this didn't really tell me anything about Homelander I didn't already know. That said, very well told, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. I would love to see a Homelander prequel series and see how him go from a fucked up 20-year-old to what he is now, which is more fucked up than he was then. So
yeah, he's really fucked up. And it showed what was the lady's name when she was young?
Yeah.
Yeah,
his handler, I forget her name, but
yeah.
Just you know what? I call this a home run. I love the shit out of this. It did something important. It made me pumped, super excited for the next season of The Boys. I cannot wait.
I hope, because I heard them name drop Soldier Boy, but I hope that baby, she's probably like a teenage girl now.
Are you talking about from the first episode?
Yes.
Oh no,
I want her.
No, she's not. If you looked at there was a picture.
Oh, she's still a baby. She's still a baby.
There's a picture of Starlight on the offices on that first episode. She is a baby.
I still want her. I want her to show up. Like, I want to see Huey try to pick her up, and she like zaps a bunch of people, and he's like, "Don't pick up my daughter." You know what I mean? I just look. He's like, "God dang, wait, hold up." I do remember. What was it, season 1 or 2 when they had that baby?
That I don't know that was her, but yes, they had.
No, that wasn't her, but it was probably they made a clone
or
something.
Yeah. So this if anything you learn from this, Vought, its entire operation is extensive and far-reaching, and they literally are throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks.
Freaking makeup.
Yeah,
it just says everything.
Yeah, like I said, I love this. Glad they made it. I hope they do another season of it. This is a great format and a great opportunity for people to tell fun stories in this universe. So I'm there for it. I don't know, Lottie, that's the same for you?
Oh yeah, definitely down with what I saw. I enjoyed it. Like I said, even though there were some episodes that I'm like watching and makes me cringe anime shit, but I mean, it was cringe in a good way because I'm just like, I want to like this, but this is a big pile of shit.
Oh man, it's crazy stuff. So anyway, that's our thoughts on The Boys Diabolical. Have you guys watched it? If you have, what did you think about it? And what did you think about what we had to say? Why don't you get down to the comments? Let us know what you're thinking. And of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And while you're clicking, just hit that subscribe button. Join the Super Not Funny Show family. We'd love to have you. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks once again for joining us on this review. Come back next time. We got more reviews and more podcasts down the line. Till then, I've been Mo De Poupée, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Lottie. We'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.